Welcome. How are we all doing today? So today I've got a very special class in store. We are going to be doing a live women's circle. And now some of you might have done a women's circle with me before, in this barn actually, our retreat centre up Congleton Edge. Now this circle is all about bringing a sense of community and a sense of balance to women. And I do them monthly. And I've been really missing them during this isolation period. So I really wanted to try and have a way of bringing it into the virtual world. So usually we have about 20 women all sat in a circle, but we're just going to have to imagine that today, that we're all together through through the kind of distant realms. And it's really for me to be able to help support you and to feel that connection as well. So it's really important that you get nice and comfortable first. Make sure you have a comfortable mat, a blanket, some water, any essential oils you need, a candle maybe lit at the front of your mat. And I'll just check, just give me a wave if you can hear me okay as well. If everything's all right there, just check everything's all right. Okay. Lovely. So it might be nice as well if you're going to join the circle today, maybe if you give me just a wave to say you're joining, and if there's anything that you want to work on today. So today is all about new beginnings, fresh energy. It's actually a day, it's the 1st of May today, so it's Beltane, and it's all about the kind of fertility, the festival of fertility. So it's a really important time to think about change within our lives and new projects and things that we really want to make happen, yeah? So it's also in the moon cycle, which I work with a lot with the women's yoga. At the moment, we're about 50% of the moon being full. So it's actually a waxing moon. We're halfway on our journey to it being full. And this means that it's a really good time for self-reflection and a really good time for decision making. So some of you might be wondering about projects in the future, plans ahead. This practice is going to be really good to help you get a clear mind and make you feel really refreshed. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll start it with a nice meditation. I'll just give it a few more moments just for everyone to connect in. How it works today is going to be about an hour 15 practice. We start with about a 10-minute meditation, and then we move into a nice nourishing flow practice. And it's very a nice gentle flow that we do a few sun salutations, movement, and then we move into a very, very slow, nourishing, deep relaxation at the end. And then we come back out and we kind of connect again. Lovely. And yeah, just give me some waves if you can hear me all right and everything. Yeah, we all good? Fabulous. So should we get started then? Yeah. So just make sure you get nice and comfortable. And remember, if there is anyone watching that's pregnant or maybe just had a baby, this practice is absolutely fine. So the Friday classes I do every Friday are absolutely fine for pregnancy. If anything doesn't feel right for you, then just come to lie down, have a little rest in between. Just make sure, it's really important for anyone, even if you're pregnant or not pregnant, to listen to your body and just do what feels good today. Yeah, nice. And it's really important to, before we start a circle, so usually with all you women sat around me, I would cleanse the space, yeah? So if you want to now, you might just, light a candle, burn some incense, put on a diffuser, just start to make a sacred space for yourself and make a sacred space so that you can really relax, yeah? Get anything that might make you feel more comfortable as well. So any blankets or anything that you need for the relaxation later on. Good. Okay. I'll just give it a moment and we'll get started. Okay, great. So we'll get started on the meditation. We'll come to a comfortable seat, just roll the knees out. And if you want to do it lying down today, if you're feeling really exhausted and tired today, just come to lie down on your yoga mat. You know, just get nice and comfortable, get nice and relaxed. What we're going to do, if you're feeling you want to ground down, which I'm feeling today, we're going to turn the palms down towards the floor. We're going to roll the shoulders back. Or if you're feeling you want to re-energize, you can turn the palms up. Get nice and comfortable. Take in a nice deep breath. And just sigh out that breath, out through the mouth. Take in a nice deep breath. And just tune into your body. Tune in. Just slowing down the breathing. And just turning in to your natural nostril breathing now. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Fully connecting into your body, into your breath, and finding a space of deep stillness. This time in nature, this time in the moon cycle, is asking us to take time for self-reflection, for honouring you. And that is what we're dedicating today for. Self-love, self-acceptance, and self-nourishment. So as we take in a nice deep breath, just feeling the chest, the belly, the rib cage rising up. And as you breathe out, feeling the whole body releasing down. Feeling all the muscles across the face starting to soften. Down from the forehead, the eyes, the jaw, the cheekbones, the neck, the shoulders, all the way down the arms, the elbows becoming heavier and heavier as they draw the shoulders down the back, the belly softening. Bringing your awareness down into your hips and pelvis. An area at the back of the body, the back of the sacrum, where we call this sacral chakra. And the chakras are just spinning energy centers. And we have one just below the navel, down towards the sacrum, which is an area that we're going to focus on today. An area by the womb, which is really important for us as women to honour this space. And feeling as if you can breathe deep down into this little cave of energy and bringing in more fresh prana, fresh breath. On the inhale, filling that space. And the exhale, releasing. And imagining a little flame burning bright here. This Shakti energy, this feminine power. And we're going to do a lot of movement that really brings a balance and brings healing into this space today. Coming on down through the legs, the knees, the ankles, and into the soles of the feet. Whole body completely relaxed. Whole body open, receptive to bring in healing today. Noticing the waves of the breath, how they start to soothe your central nervous system. Allowing the breath to be your soundtrack of your practice today. So when the mind becomes busy and any thoughts start to rush on in, we just allow the thoughts to pass on by like a river, flowing back and past. And then we just invite ourselves to become back focused on the breath. Constant practice, just allowing the thoughts to pass through and centering yourself back. Doing a little body scan today to notice any areas that you might feel you need to work on, that we might be holding any tension. And try and sit up a little bit taller and feel a channel of energy coming up through the spine on the inhale. And on the exhale, grounding down through the earth. So like I said at the start, we are in a waxing moon phase. And the moon is about 55% full, working its way up to full. And this is a really important time to take care of yourself, so you are operating at your full potential, eating well, doing yoga, getting lots of sleep, to have a clear mind for when challenges come up. This waxing time is a time to refine your processes, to prepare you for projects and intentions that are about to manifest. And like I said at the start, this Beltane festival today, 1st of May, we are halfway between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. So it's a festival of fertility, of new beginnings. And it's a time for planting of seeds and planting of fresh energy. So just bring your hands to your heart center now, and let's make an intention, something you want to manifest at this time. Maybe it's to bring more energy into your life or clarity. And bow the head down towards your heart. Let's take 3 Oms to start the practice today. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up towards the ceiling. Send the energy down the spine. Bringing the hands into Yoni Mudra, slowly starting to bring the eyes open. So we're holding our thumbs and our index fingers and we're pointing down to make a little bud. And this is a symbol of like fertility, of new beginnings. Roll the shoulders back, just open up the heart. Taking in some fresh breaths. Lovely. You might want to recross the legs as well. If you're feeling like the legs are getting a little bit stiff, feel free just to swap the leg cross. We're just going to do a few little mudra flows. We're going to inhale, reach the hands all the way up, keep that little mudra going. Lift, 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 lift. Exhale, roll the shoulders down, reach the elbows as far back as they'll go and bring them all the way back to the heart. Inhale, slowly roll down the body, that's it. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Coming to the heart and just roll down the body. And now this is really important to bring a connection with your body. It's not very often we kind of touch and bring a sense of love and nourishment to our body. So really setting that down to this sacral chakra space. Lovely. And our solar plexus chakra in the middle of the belly as well. As I don't know about you, but as women, I know that we can be very self-critical. We can be very judgmental. And it's really important to send an honouring and love and acceptance to yourself for this beautiful body, for this kind of vessel that's carrying us each day, keeping us well and healthy. Last one, lovely. Let's breathe in. Let's breathe out. Bringing the hands back to the heart. Lovely, guys. Let's extend the legs out. Take a nice wide, open stretch. And we're just going to roll our right hand down the right leg and take a nice stretch up and over the top. Some of you might even be able to touch towards the toe. Breathe here, open and expand that left elbow. Look up to the sky. Exhale, slowly come back. Slide the left hand down the left leg. Inhale the right arm. Open up the right elbow. Exhale, slowly come back. Lovely. Bringing the feet, the soles of the feet in. We're just going to do a little hip opener here. You can raise up the sit bones a little bit. We're going to roll the feet out like you're reading a book and just sit up nice and tall. Lovely. And if some of you want to fold forward, you can as well, feeling that nice deep hip opener. Remembering this practice is just for you today. I'm just here to be your guide. So anything that feels good, you can stay in it for longer. You can take time just to rest. If you're feeling very fatigued, you can lie down. Just take your time. Inhale, slowly, slowly come up. And we're going to come over to all fours position now. So get nice and comfortable. If you've got a blanket at home, you can just pop this under the knees if you need to. Or, if you don't need it, just pop it away. We're going to start to roll through the spine. So, spreading the hands out nice and wide apart. Knees underneath the hips. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, roll through the spine, back towards the ceiling. Tuck the chin in and just start your nice cat-cow flows. Really nice to nourish and open the spine. And just keep rolling with that. Just a couple more deep breaths there. Lovely. Keep rolling with the spine. Moving with the spine. And then we're going to roll and tuck the toes under, come into downward facing dog. We're going to just pedal our feet, roll through the heels, and just walk out those feet. Lovely. If it doesn't feel good for you to do downward dog, if you might be pregnant, you can just keep the knees low. You don't have to do this one. And just feel that nice opening through the back of the legs. Spread the hands nice and wide. Breathe in, breathe out. And if it feels okay for you, bring your feet a little bit closer. We're going to take the right leg up to the sky. Lovely. We're going to turn and open out the right knee and just open the hip. That's right, so really opening up the hip. Good, nice one. Open the hip
And if it feels okay as well, you can start to do some little waves of circles with that knee. Just moving nice and slowly, really bringing nice hip mobility. Good. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, slowly step through. Take your time, lower that back knee. Nice wide stance. Inhale, lift up. We're going to do a nice eagle bind here with the arms. So bring the left elbow out in front, right elbow underneath, make a bind, and then start to open up the chest and the sternum. Lovely. Focusing on your breath. Those rolling waves just rushing into the body and rushing out. Slowly cleansing the body of any tension. And it's thought that in our everyday life we only breathe to about 50 to 60% lung capacity. We only use our lungs to that capacity. So during yoga we start to up that to about 90 to 100%. So we're bringing that fresh oxygen into the base of the lungs and removing out any stagnant, any pressure at the base of the lungs. Exhale, let's release. Reach our hands back as far as you can. Open up the fingertips, reach, reach, reach. Offering with the heart, lovely. Reach more into the hands, stretch across the fingers and the front of the arms. Exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. And then just step back, either just to all fours position, or you can go straight into downward facing dog. We're going to roll back up to downward dog. So just tuck the toes, lift the hips, and feel the back sinking all the way to the back of the mat. So the tailbone is nice and long. Feet come together, left leg rises up. We're going to bend at the knee. So the heel is towards the bottom, and then we're starting to open the knee. So do some nice big circles. Good. Really getting into the hips. There's different areas in the body that we all hold on to stress. So just noticing, maybe you're aware of different area that might feel tighter. We might hold on to fatigue in this area. Okay, reach up and back and step through. Nice and wide lunge position. Drop the bottom knee and inhale, come up. This time we're going to bring our right elbow out and left elbow underneath. So into eagle, Garudasana arms. Opening up and feel that stretch across the chest. And you can drop a little bit lower into your lunge if you like. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, reaching all the way back. Open up the hands, wiggle the fingers, make space across the chest. All four corners, north, south, east, west. Exhale, lower the hands, step back, knees back. And we're going to take the knees nice and wide now. Big toes touch together and come into child's pose. So even if you can't get towards the floor, you can pop a cushion underneath your blanket. Let the forehead touch to the earth. And let your body completely relax here for a few moments. So for any of you that are new to women's circles, these women's circles, which we're virtually imagining ourselves now connected, and everyone watching together, have been held for thousands and thousands of years. It's nothing new. So women's circles are focused on bringing a healing and a deep connection as women. And it's a way that we can support and encourage each other. As now we live in such a busy world where there's constant to-do lists, work to be done, commitments. And how often do we really meet with a circle of very positive, connected women to kind of encourage us between the moon cycles? And in these old ancient circles, you can imagine now coming together in these red tents, and women would come together on their kind of moon cycles, moon days. They'd come when they're pregnant, they come postnatally with their babies, and the grandmothers and the great-grandmothers and the sisters and the aunties and all would gather and show support to each other. So that's what I want us to do today. Just bring into the circle anyone you need to today. Maybe they might be in this world, or maybe they're in the spirit world now. And feel a deep connection with the earth here. Slowly start to come on up. Lovely. We're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to walk ourselves back, and we're going to come to balance on the feet. So I'll just face forward so you can see. We're going to tuck the toes under, and you're going to come like this. You're going to bring the knees nice and wide, and you're going to bring the hands to the heart center. Good. See if you can balance here. And then if you can take the hands all the way up to the ceiling. Good. And coming back to that intention that you set, maybe that's changed a little bit, but really be clear on what you want in your life right now, as it's the only way to really manifest change is to put out there to the universe what you really want. Be clear. I'm a big believer in the law of attraction. It's what helped me get through, creating the space, this Wild and Wild, what we're using as a platform today. Really being clear on the intention of what you want in your life. Inhale, exhale down to the heart center. Bring the hands to the floor, and we're going to take a deep forward fold now. So feet nice and wide, hip distance, and fold down in towards the shins. Let the head hang. So you can bend your knees, you can bring the chest in, snuggle it in towards the thighs, and really, really allow that head to drop down. It being the heaviest part of the body, really allow that to send the energy down towards the floor. Good. Breathe in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then we're going to slowly just inhale out to a nice flat back. Look forward. Exhale slowly like a rag doll. Come all the way up. Nice one. Up towards standing position. Just adjust so you can see me a little bit better. Nice. Okay. So we're going to come to the back of our mats, and we're going to bring our hands to our hearts. We're going to have the feet together, spread the shoulders nice and open. Inhale, reach the hands nice and high. Lift up onto your tiptoes. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale, drop the heels, hands to the heart. Good. Inhale this time, reach the hands, just the hands. Exhale, forward fold. So feet can be together, or if you're pregnant, take them nice and wide. Inhale, fold forward. So we lift up to a 90-degree angle, flat back. Exhale, walk the hands all the way down to the floor into your cat-cow. So inhale, open the chest. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Inhale. We're going to take the right leg up to the sky, lift up as high as you can, maybe it'll touch the head one day, and then step it through. Inhale, we're going to just keep the hands where they are in runner's lunge and lift up the back leg. Make some space, really open that back leg. Left hand's going to push into the floor, and we're going to inhale, open up the right side of the body. That's it, really good. Open and breathe, and really open that right knee out, so you're making more space within the hip. That's it, so the right knee can open to the side. Especially if you're pregnant, make space for baby here. Exhale, hands come down, lower the knee. Inhale, come up to a higher lunge with the knee lowered. Good, good. Inhale, keep circling the hands, creating energy around the body. So we have an opportunity to choose every day what kind of mental state we're in. So we have a choice to kind of let fear and uncertainty overtake our mind, or we can set fresh intentions each morning to start our day in a positive state of mind. And I find that yoga and meditation are really, really powerful to help do this. Especially with what's going on in the world, it's more important than ever to take this time for you. Exhale, hands to the floor, really good guys, and then slowly step back. So you take the hands on the inside, stepping back. Lovely. Walk the hands back towards the knees, or you can come through downward dog if you prefer. Tuck the toes, come into a nice forward fold. Slowly come up, that's it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, we're going to grow up nice and tall. So you come up however way you want to. You can reach the hands out to the side if you like. Lift. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do the other side. Inhale, reach the hands. Exhale, fold forward from the heart. So nice flat back. All the way down. Inhale to a flat back. Open up the chest, 90 degrees. Exhale, start to walk the hands to the floor. Use that core strength to come down. Good. Knees drop. Inhale, open. Exhale, allow the back to go up to the ceiling like an angry cat. Do a few more waves. Inhale. Exhale. Nourishing each vertebrae between the spine. Lovely. We're going to take the knees in a little bit. Left foot to the sky. Inhale, lift up. Up and over towards the top of the head. Exhale, step through. By the left hand. Lovely. Keep the hands where they are, nice and grounded. And then we're going to straighten out that right leg. Straighten it out and feel that stretch across the back of the leg. We're going to plant the right hand down to the floor and we're going to twist and left hand's going to go up. And if you're pregnant, make sure you take that left knee far out to the side. Breathe here. Exhale, bring that hand down, right knee plants, and we're going to inhale, come up. Starting those big circles, you can come forward as you lift up, and you might need a little blanket just to support your knee. Lovely. Good. So working with them natural cycles in the body, women's yoga is very much about this divine feminine. And actually, traditional yoga, which I also teach, Vinyasa, Ashtanga, is has a very masculine heritage. It's a very male-dominated lineage. So it's very important when as women, we go through these monthly cycles, different seasons within each month, that we take time, a few days in the month, often on the moon days, where we do a slower practice. We slow things down. So it's good to have a bit of both. Yeah. Bring the hands to the floor. Take the left leg back. Nice. Bring the knees together and then tuck the toes. We're going to walk the hands back and then lift the knees off the floor. Come into a forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the hands however you want to, or like a rag doll, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Good. We're going to take a big step forward with the left foot now. So left foot forward, right foot back. Nice. We're going to bend that knee. So bend that front knee. And we're going to go into Virabhadrasana 2. So Warrior 2. Good. Try and get a little lower. Let's challenge ourselves today. Just to feel a deepness within the hips. Good. Nice stretch. And then we're going to turn our palms up, ready to receive. Good. And just inhale, straighten. Exhale, go deeper. Inhale, straighten. And at the same time, we're going to do a little flow. So inhale, reach the hands up over the top of the head. Exhale, turn the palms down, go lower. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale. Fluid flow, lovely. Nice. And then bring yourself back. Really good. Last one, we're going to bring our right leg, the right hand to the back leg. Inhale, gaze the hand up, come into peaceful warrior. Bend that front knee, keep it bent. Lovely. Exhale, come up. Straighten the leg out. You might need to bring that right foot in a little bit. We're going to do triangle. So if you need a block, grab it now. We're going to bring the left hand. I want you to keep the legs locked straight, okay? We're going to bring the left hand all the way out to the front and bring it down to the left shin. Keep that leg straight and then reach up to the sky. And if it feels a bit stagnant holding that hand up, you can just rest the hand on the sacrum, on the lower back. And just keep opening that right shoulder. And just bring an awareness into the mind. Often when we go into the pose a little more, the mind starts to creep up and get a little busier. So try and keep in the present moment. Put aside anything that's happened to you this morning, what you've got planned the rest of the weekend. Just be in the moment now. And a way to do that is to move with the breath. Follow the breath as it inhale into the body and as you exhale out. Last one. Exhale, gazing down. Inhale, come all the way up. Lovely. Hands to the hips. I'm just going to turn side on. Tuck the toes in. Let's take a nice forward fold. So slowly come down halfway to start with. You can pause there, and if anyone's in the third trimester of pregnancy, you can stay here. Or if you're okay to go a little bit lower, let yourself go down towards the floor. And just like we did earlier, just let the head hang completely. You can even soften the knees a little bit. Feel all that weight just being left out of the shoulders, dropping out. Beautiful. Inhale, slowly, slowly come up halfway, and then bring the hands back to the hips. Come all the way back up. Good. And now we're just going to take the hands out to the sides. We're going to windmill our hands all the way down to that left foot. All the way down here. Good. And then we're just going to come into a nice kind of nourishing pose. We're going to take the left foot, we're going to walk it all the way out to the side. And we're going to come into a nice lizard pose, a hip opener. So feel free, if you want to stay higher, that's fine, or pop a block underneath you. Or just bring the elbows, one elbow down, and then maybe the other. And let's pause here for some time. And just sit with the intensity. This hip opener often brings up emotions, grief, anything, and there's a lot of emotion that's been held in the hips. So if anything needs to be shifted today, just let any emotions out, don't hold them back. Really good. Take a nice deep breath in. Slowly, slowly come back. And then we're just going to step that foot back. Bring the knees together and just let the head fold to the floor. So a different version of child's pose. Hands down by the sides. That's it. So head to the floor, hands by the sides. And just feel the body opening, the back. Feel the tailbone reaching away from the top of the spine. Coming back into your childlike self, where there was so much peace, nourishment and ease of freedom in the body. Inviting that back in, that playful, fun self. Our children are such a good example, just learning to be in the present moment every day. It's amazing to watch my 3 beautiful kids at the moment, just even with so much uncertainty and fear happening in the world, they are just so full of joy, taking each moment as it comes. And we can learn a lot from that. Okay, take a nice deep breath. Exhale slowly. Come on up. Nice. Just take a pause here. We're going to take our right hand all the way to the sky. Take the right hand down the back. And if you want, you can hold the elbow. Pause here. And then if you like, you can take the hand behind and try and clasp. If not, if you can't reach, you can hold the t-shirt as well. Hold your top. Sit up nice and tall. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hopefully feeling a bit more clarity, a little bit more calm within the mind right now. And if not, just allow those thoughts to keep passing by and bring yourself back into the breath. Nice deep breath. And release. Good. Give the hands a shake out. We'll come back to the other side in a few moments. So we're going to plant the hands down, tuck the toes under, a little down facing dog here. Or child's pose if you need. Walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Take your time. Forward fold. Inhale, slowly come all the way up. Reach the hands to the sky. Exhale, bring them down the center line. Lovely. We're going to take a big step with the right leg this time. So other leg, right foot forward, left leg back. And we're going to go into our warrior 2. So swapping sides. Bring the hands out to reach. Lovely, lovely. And let's go a little bit lower. Bring that knee so it's directly over the ankle. Breathe in. Drishti forward towards the middle finger. And then as we turn the palms up, inhale, straighten the legs, reach the hands above the head together. Exhale, turn the palms down. Inhale. Lovely. So we're starting to feel a lift of Apana energy as the moon goes up towards the full. So we are starting to feel more energy coming into this body, this prana, this life force. Lovely. Breathe it in. Nice. Good. Last one. And then bring yourself back. Turn the right palm up. Bring the left hand onto the back leg. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Keep that front knee bent if you can. Open the chest. Exhale, come up. Straighten that front leg. Let's go into triangle pose. Feel free. You need to wiggle that back foot in a little at 45 degree. Follow me. Reach forward as far as you can first, and then bring the right hand to the hip, to the shin. Sorry, the shin. Turn the left hand up. Open the chest. If you want to, you can bring that left hand to rest on the sacrum, the lower back. Really good, guys. Keep with that. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice, really good, guys. Last 2 breaths. Inhale, slowly come all the way up. And then we're going to just windmill the hands to the front of the feet. Take that right foot out to the side. Good. And then we're going to do our lizard pose, just like we did before. Feel free to pop some cushions or a bolster down. We're going to just slowly try and bring one elbow down and then the other. Just if you find staying up high though if you need to. Just close your eyes. And just feeling that connection that we have today. So there's over 15 people watching this video and people tuning in and out. It's beautiful, these women that we can connect with, even though we're not together today and we're going through a different time in the world. I feel such a stronger sense of community, how everyone's pulled through this, and really feeling the heart nice and open and seeing if you can connect to each one of those people watching, sending out a bit of love and kindness to each other and really holding each other in this space. Because when we're kind and compassionate, we actually give more, but we receive more as well. It's win-win. So on the next exhale, slowly start to walk the hands up. Good. Breathe in, open the chest. Breathe out, slowly, slowly. Step that foot back. And feel free just to take a little child's pose here again, whichever way you want to go. Inhale, coming up. We're going to take the left hand to the sky and drop it down the back. And this time we're going to take that hand and guide the hand down, or take a bind. Lovely. What do we feed ourselves with each day? What is your self-talk today? Allow it to be positive. Allow yourself to send love and acceptance to yourself. As women, we are so quick to be critical. Find all those things to be really proud of that you do each day, how unique you are, how beautiful you are, and what you give the world. And sometimes we have to dig deeper, to find these things. But they're there. Lovely. Slowly release. Nice. And then I'd like we're going to do a little, we're going to do a lovely kind of opening pose. So I want you to come, now it's called Anahatasana, heart opening pose. We bring the knees down to the floor. We're going to hold this for some time. So we're just going to have the knees underneath the hips. We're going to bring the hands out in front and we're going to slowly, slowly lower the heart towards the floor, like it's melting. And if you're quite flexible, you might be able to tuck the chin under. Don't worry if you can't, just drop the head down. But just stay here. And allow those hips to go directly over the knees. And at some point, straighten the arms as much as you can and flex and open the hands as wide as you can. So really like you're grabbing the mat. And after some time, the mind will start to tell you that you need to move and adjust out of the posture. But just stay with it, stay present. Breathing in, breathing out. Being with yourself in this silent space. Maybe starting to find those things we're truly grateful for within our lives right now. The time and space, maybe to get clarity, to be with family. And I feel that there's been a shift in the world, we're starting to see, landscapes that are starting to become more clear, like fog in China's lifting, there's clearer skies everywhere in the world, there's animals starting to come out into our towns more. There's actually starting to be a little shift. I know there's a lot of other stuff going on, but finding the positives of all, I believe that the world is starting to heal a little bit. Now we're on a pause and an isolation time. So feeling that deep connection with the earth and letting you receive that energy from it. Receiving a sense of healing into each cell in your body. Invite it in. Okay, the arms might be getting a little tired now. Let's take a nice deep breath. Exhale, side out. Slowly walk the hands back. Good. Slowly come all the way up. Sit back on the heels. Roll the shoulders a couple of times. And then for any of us, we are finding that during this isolation time, a lot of people are spending more time on their phones, on their laptops and things. So I'm just going to stretch through the neck, and especially through the sides of the neck. This is really good for boosting our immune health and through our respiratory system. So first, just start by just lifting up the neck all the way to the ceiling. Draw the shoulders down, and then exhale, drop the chin towards the chest as far as you can. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, come to center. We're going to take the right hand over towards the left ear. I'm just going to take the neck over to the right. I'm just going to stretch it. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to take the left hand and we're going to come and sit, like maybe even sit on it and try and snuggle it underneath. So you get, do you feel that deeper stretch underneath? You really wiggle it under. And then you might feel this nice deeper stretch through the shoulder. Good. Just going gentle, easing open the neck and start to lift up the sternum. Close the eyes. Inhale back to center. We'll just swap sides, take that right hand underneath, left hand up, and just wiggle by the right ear and take it over. Lifting up, open the chest, lift up the chin. Neck's really important. It's got so much going on in the neck, so much it does on a daily basis. Release. We need to make sure we nourish it. So just do a few little circles, half circles if you need to. Nice. And then coming back to center. Lovely. So we're going to do a little back bend. Now, you don't have to go into the full version of this. Some people find this quite tricky, some people find it really easy, so we'll have a go. The knees are going to be together. We're going to take our heels apart so we can sit our bottoms down in between our heels. Now, when I first started yoga, this was impossible for me. I got very tight, like hamstrings in front of the thighs. So if that's not for you, just pop a cushion underneath or a block and just sit a little bit higher. Just go as far as feels comfortable, and you might find the knees are a little bit further apart. You're going to shuffle a little forward on your mat, that's it, good. Sit up nice and tall, and hopefully we'll feel a stretch going on through the front thighs. Now if it's too much and that feels too much, you can do one leg at a time. So you can straighten out one leg and sit back. Yeah, so just have a little practice. Good. And then, for those that want to, and for pregnancy, I just recommend you just bring your hands behind. I'm just going to puff up the chest, open the chest, maybe take the hands back and start to walk down a little bit. That's it, just like this. But for anyone that wants to go further and follow me, we're going to lower onto our elbows, keep the knees there, lower onto the elbows, stay here. Or then lower all the way down to the floor, to the back, Really make a little wave with your back. So make a little arch and open up the chest. Draw the shoulders together. Take the hands up and hold opposite elbow. And you should feel a nice, delicious stretch across the front of the chest and across through the thighs. That's it. This is a really good one for stretching our ankles too. Breathe in, breathe out. And no matter where you are, just feel yourself just closing your eyes and connecting into the sensation you feel. All the senses around you. So even if there's like noises and maybe kids or people in other rooms in your house, just allowing any noises you hear just to let you relax deeper. Being at peace with what's just there in the present. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Tell your body to soften. And exhale. Slowly start to walk back up. Okay. Walk yourself up onto your elbows, back up. And then we might feel a little bit tight in our ankles. So come back onto the hands. And we're just going to tap out the feet a little bit here. And then just flex and point the toes. Oof, there we go. Circle the ankles round one way and then the other way. And while we're here, we're just going to do a little stretch for the wrist. So we're just going to turn one wrist round towards the front. So can you see there? A wrist going forward, the hand shooting back. Good. And then you might be able to do both. You might be able to do 2, yeah? And then you're just going to slowly lower back, okay? So just go forwards and back, gentle, gentle. Nice. And then bring them back forward, really good, really good. We're going to take the right hand now up towards the sky, lift up, twist towards the sky, lift, 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 lift. Exhale, swoop underneath, take that right hand down and shoulder towards the floor and let the head drop. Keep the hips where they are and just pause here. So sinking into stillness, and this is often where we can find we struggle the most, just being quiet with ourselves. The mind starts to creep back in and just allow those thoughts to pass on by like clouds in the sky or a river. Just notice them and let them pass. Keep bringing your awareness back into your breath. Use a mantra if you need to. So on the inhale, you can say Sat Nam on the exhale. And that just means I am that, I am present. Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. So a lovely one to chant as well. Sat Nam, very much used in Kundalini Yoga. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly come back. Really good. And we're just going to come back to center. We're going to start to do some big hip circles now. That's it, big circles. Getting wider and wider. And imagine like you've got a pen at your tailbone. And just opening up through the sides of the hips. For anyone that is pregnant and watching, this is the most important thing for you to do to get baby into optimal fetal positioning. So I used to do this in all 3 of my pregnancies every morning for about 10 minutes. You can do figures of 8, you can do just movements back and forth. Very good in labour too. Let's go the other direction. Lovely.
what I love about women's yoga especially is it helps us get in tune with our natural cycle. So especially for, there's a lot of women that struggle with symptoms like PMS, infertility, things like problems with their natural flow, maybe it being irregular. So what I find when I found this practice about 6-7 years ago and started holding these circles is my menstrual cycle started to time up with the moon, and it starts to become into a really balanced state, and I start to feel very in tune with when I need time to rest and when I have time for where I feel most energetic, and it's the most important time to do new projects. Really good. Okay, let's come back to center. We're going to swap sides, left hand to the sky. Swoop it under, take it through, and we're going to drop onto our left shoulder, left ear, and just let this right hand relax and allow the hips to sink back. And there's an amazing book called Wild Power, which I actually sell in Wild and Wild. It's a very powerful book. And it's about getting in touch with these natural monthly cycles. So in each month as women, we go through the 4 seasons. Spring, so autumn, spring, summer, winter. And springtime is like our time for fresh new beginnings, energy. Then we move on to the different ones, and they all reflect that season. So like winter will be very hibernating, resting. And once we start to understand this and these cycles, which I wish were learnt in schools, or I wish were taught in schools, you just see magical things start to happen. And I really do recommend kind of reading more into this. It's very powerful. So just maybe notice now where you feel in your cycle. You can just show awareness to that. Maybe if you're feeling very fatigued and tired and you want to just isolate and hibernate, you might be in that deep winter and you might just need to take more time to rest. Or maybe you're in tune with the cycles, with it being Beltane and it's 1st of May and it's coming into spring, summer. You might feel a bit more full of life, and that's a really good time for you to do new things, set intentions, kind of bring on new projects. So just connecting back in with your breath. Last 2 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly coming on back. And just take the time to come back to center. We're going to just bring our bodies round now. So we're going to sit back on the sit bones. We're going to bring the legs out in front. You can bring the legs nice and wide if you like, or mat distance is nice. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, fold down. So just take the legs nice and wide. Sorry, can't talk today. And then open up the feet. That's it. And maybe some of you, if you're not pregnant, so just avoid this one in pregnancy, but you're going to take the left hand to the right foot and twist back and take that right hand back if you can. You'll feel a nice stretch down the IT band. Lovely. Swap sides. Inhale. Exhale. Swap sides. Good. Reach back. Inhale. And then take one more. Forward fold. Lift up. Exhale. Fold. A few more waves. Fold. Keeping the back nice and straight. And inhale, come all the way up. Now, we're going to come to lie down on our backs. If you don't want to do that, so if you're past 20 weeks of pregnancy, you can just do this from a sitting up position. So you can just come to like a butterfly pose, maybe just sit up, or come into something you choose, a pose that you like. We're going to come down to lie on our backs. We're going to slowly hug our knees in towards us. Give yourself a big hug. We're in pregnancy, nice and wide with the knees. And just rock out from side to side. Give your back a nice massage. Lovely.
And then we're going to just bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to open the knees nice and wide and turn the palms up. That's it, soles of the feet, butterfly pose. Just turn the palms up.
And just relax, relax, relax.
Roll the shoulders nice and open. Take a nice deep breath in. Side out. Inhale, reach the arms above the head, take a big stretch. As far as you can. And then bring the hands down. Draw the knees back together. And then just windscreen wipe the knees from side to side. Side to side, that's it, lovely. And then bring them back to center. We're going to walk our heels up towards our bum. And then we're going to bring our hands down by the hips, prepare for bridge pose. Inhale, we're going to slowly, slowly, nice and nourishing, just gently roll the spine up. So imagine like you've got little prayer beads and you're lifting one at a time. So lift 1, 2, 3. We're going to go really, really slowly. Start lifting the hips up. Hold at the top, exhale, down, down, down. So the bottom of the spine lands last. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And you can use your hands at the same time. So on the inhale, you can lift the arms above the head. Make them go nice and slow as you lift, lift, lift. Reach above the top of the head. As you lower down, exhale down. It's really nourishing for the pelvis. Keep flowing. Last one. Exhale, slowly, slowly come down. Hug the knees into the chest. And then it's yogi's choice now. Last pose before we go into the Shavasana. We're going to, I'd recommend doing an inversion. So if you want to do anything like a headstand or a shoulder stand, go for it. What I might do is just bring the legs up against the wall. So you could just bring the legs against the wall here, turn them up, or go into shoulder stand, whichever is good for you. If you want to go to shoulder stand, take the legs up above the heads and plow first. Bring the hands to the lower back. One leg up at a time. And start to walk the hands up to the top of the back so you get higher. take as long as you need there. And what inversions do is they turn our world upside down. They bring fresh, vital energy into the upper chakras, into the head, the heart. And they boost our circulation. So we start to feel really nice and fresh energy afterwards. So I'd recommend you do these for 20 minutes every day in the afternoon. You know, when you get that slump of energy. Okay, just take time to come down wherever you are. And we're going to, you can take a little stretch for the chest if you need to. And then come down to get comfortable in your Shavasana pose. Lovely. So in Shavasana, I want you to have your head nice and comfortable, palms facing out, feet take up as much room as you can on the mat. And just turn the palms up. If you're pregnant, you're on your left side, you've got a bolster between your knees or a pillow, you've got something to support your back and a pillow under your head. Even something under baby if you need to. Get nice and comfortable now. This time is just for you, just to relax and deeply connect. Take a few deep breaths. Take in a nice deep breath. Breathe in through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. And just feel a nice alignment coming down through the body. Feel the body resting. Take a nice deep breath again. And just let the body settle down. Feeling relaxation traveling down the top of the head, through the crown of the head. You can imagine 1,000-petaled lotus flower, booming bright and open. And feeling relaxation coming down through the crown of the head, the forehead, the eyes, the eyebrows, drawing away from each other. The cheeks, the jaw, the neck and the shoulders. And awareness coming down through the arms and the elbows, the hands, the fingertips. Relaxation travelling down the chest, belly, and imagining the light at your womb space shining out, feeling re-energized and rebalanced here. Down the legs, knees and ankles. Hold the body down to the feet, completely relaxed. Imagining that you're on the soft sand, the waves washing in to your feet, in and out with each breath. Feeling these waves heal the entire body, drawing out anything that no longer serves us. As we feel a heaviness coming down through the back of the head, the neck, the shoulders. Just resting in stillness now. It's time just for you. taking in a nice deep breath, filling up the body and breathing out. Feeling a sense of energy, fresh prana coming into the body, nourishment at this day, Beltane, the middle of spring and summer, is our time to plant seeds for new beginnings, for fresh energy into our lives. So starting to awaken the body now, starting to move the head from side to side, starting to move the knees into the chest, give yourself a big hug. Lovely. And just rolling onto one side, rolling over. And just slowly come up. Take your time. Bring the hands to the heart center. Just finishing the practice with 3 peaceful arms as always. And today we're sending those out to all those that need it in our community. So each other, as this practice again is dedicated today for as well key workers, people that are working really hard to keep us all well. So just let's send that out. Inhale deeply. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May our thoughts, words and actions contribute in some way to the happiness of all. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, beautiful yogis, for joining me today, all you beautiful women. I'm so grateful, honestly, for this online community. I think it's been like 6 weeks now. We've been doing these classes every Monday, every Friday. And I felt such a nice connection getting the feedback from the classes. And I think I'll continue this for the foreseeable future. It's so lovely to be able to connect with you on here. I know I've had people saying that they're watching from Turkey, Australia, all sorts of places. So it's lovely. And as always, at the end of the class, we pick a card. So should we go for it? Has anyone got anything that came up from the practice today that they want to share with me? I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully we're feeling a little bit fresher, a little bit new energy now. And you might have heard someone else omming with me. My mum is present in the room, so I might invite her in now. If you want to come sit on my mat, Mum.
Okay.
And it's a women's circle. She had to be here, didn't she? It's her place as well, this retreat centre. So come join.
I'm coming.
So today, yes, it is the 1st of May. It is am I saying it right? Beltane Festival. And hello, welcome.
Hello. Oh gosh, I'm a bit high. Hello, everybody. Hi.
So this is Dawn, my mum. She really inspires me a lot with the things I do. She's the one who got me into all this law of attraction things and positive thinking. So yeah, you're one of the most positive people I know.
And the offerings as well. April, myself and Michelle, we spend lots of time in Bali together. So the act of gratitude and appreciation for all we have and who we are is so important. So you can see the offering.
She makes them daily. So in Bali, they offer to everything, don't they? So even so, before you get out of bed in the morning, you'll do an offering to the house. They'll do it for the children. Before they go to work, they'll put it on the cars.
Absolutely.
I just think it's
unbelievable, like how much gratitude the Balinese culture embeds.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, and mainly very natural offerings as well.
Yeah.
I mean, today, I was a little bit late coming in today, wasn't I? So the offering today is all about lilac. The lilac is it's a flower that actually in the ancient times at Beltane they used to dry the flowers and burn them. It's like a
cleansing.
cleansing.
Awesome.
You may have seen April laugh at some point within this yoga training. It's because I actually I've got dandelions here. Now I want you to put, you know, our traditional, the powerful dandelion in our offering today, but I was a little bit late, so my offering on my mat was...
yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah, so
I've seen a lot of people posting that they're making like dandelion honey and things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's a great time of year to pick these and use them.
Well, what I think April was laughing at is that basically I picked a piece of dandelion and I ate it.
Oh my God. She's done it,
Because it's one of the most nutritional...
Actually, yeah, it is, isn't it? It is. It's one of the most nutritionally dense
Would you like
things.
to try one?
Maybe later. but it is the most nutritionally high thing. As well, like nettle, doing nettle soup. Can you do dandelion soup, or is that the
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should do that in the one boxes.
Yeah, well, I had some celeriac off you, didn't
Yeah.
I? So I went out into the garden and I picked dandelion leaves, not the flowers, and nettles, and made a celeriac soup with that. That was delicious.
Yes, we've been doing in the one box is celeriac and apple soup. But that'd go really nice.
No, it's really good. Oh, the other thing I've got on here is Lady Smock, so to honour us ladies that we can have on our offering, and to honour all the people, like April said, that are in the spirit world. Here's a little forget-me-not.
Oh, lovely.
So they are all over. If you see these big banks of blue, it's either bluebells or these little forget-me-nots at this time of year.
Forget-me-nots. It
Which
just
is
keeps
so beautiful.
reminding me.
So forget-me-not, April.
And what I find, if you can at home as well, make a little altar space. I know it doesn't have to be particularly, you know, yoga isn't about one religion or one, it's about just having peace and gratitude within. So it's for all people. So I find if you have a little altar space that you can go to every day just to connect to, light a candle, put a little offering on, a little flower. It's a spiritual practice and it's very nice and grounding. And that's something that really inspired us. So, you know, Wild and Wild itself was created from, we were inspired by Bali. So me and Chris, when we were pregnant with our first child, we sat in this cool little cafe in Ubud.
What's it called?
And Clear Cafe. It was amazing. I love that place. And we barefoot in this cafe and we thought, this is what we want. We want a community space where people feel that they can just switch off from the hustle and bustle of the outside world.
Just
come in.
I'm gonna get something.
Oh no.
No.
What's she getting?
No, you carry on.
And you know, and it's something that people can come to, they can work from, they can bring children to, they can completely connect, maybe do a yoga space. Oh gosh, she's got things.
It's not only Wild and Wild that's based on Bali.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this retreat
basically
centre,
where we are now is we call Blissland, and basically the whole of Blissland has got a Balinese
theme to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So and when we're back open, I'll be doing the women's circles and the retreats. So we do health and wellness retreats from here. So I can't wait for that, and can't wait to all gather together again as a community, come together.
So I just brought this little umbrella that's from Bali, and they use these umbrellas to put over the offering, so that when it rains, the candle can still burn, and the incense can still burn, and so the cleansing can continue.
It's amazing, isn't it? I love that. How colourful the whole island is.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
If you haven't been, you have to go to Bali. And you might notice Balinese touches around the cafe. That's why we've gone for very rustic wood. And the ethos, we try and get into cleansing the space very often. So we get my mum down there and teaching me types of feng shui and things.
You'll know that I am in the cafe if you see two flowers, one each side the door, because when I come down, I was like, bless the cafe with the flowers each side the door.
Hey, should we do a card? I'll let you. I hope we don't get the same one that we keep getting.
It's going to be about fire and passion today.
All right, go on then. You pick.
Are we ready? Right, where are we going to go? Let's have a look. This one.
Oh.
Oh, wow, it's beautiful.
Oh, true love. True love.
It's gorgeous.
Okay, so we've got this one today, guys. True love. Your wholeness and safety lie within. Not from a partner, but this sovereign, I can't say that word, sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet and know true love.
That's beautiful.
And that's perfect because it was dedicated today for true love and acceptance and love for the self. So, ace, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
because it's so important. Like today, it's all about, like April mentioned, about fertility and ancient times and the Celtic times. It's really where they all dance around the maypole. So the ladies would dance around the maypole and the guys would stand and look, trying to find their true love.
true love, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
it's a symbol of fertility, isn't it? Like new beginnings as well.
yeah, absolutely. And today, it's the fire. It's that spark within. April did a lot of work on our
The womb space.
the womb space, and so
The Shakti. It's like the Shakti
the
feminine
Shakti
energy.
energy. It's like a fire. Get the fire burning within. And tonight is all about, particularly if any of you out there is single and wanting to find a soulmate, today is almost like an international day, soulmate attraction day, because it's like a pure love day. It's the beginning of that energy where we're planting seeds and fertilizing relationships. So honestly, everyone who is single out there,
I'll have to go on Tinder now, won't it? Because we can't meet in person.
when all this is over, it's really it's put it into the ether. Write a clear specification for the love of your life.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Just be clear on what you want and everything like that.
And when you light the candle, that is when you put that specification out into the universe and let it go.
The things like we have a lot of women that are starting new journeys, or maybe they're pregnant, or they've had a new baby. So putting the intentions out for kind of maybe what birth you want, what how you want to be in your motherhood journey, whatever that is, just be clear on it, have clarity, and we are going to do a session on the law of attraction and how to be more balanced and things like that, and focus. But it's worth mentioning before we finish as well, the cafe today. What's going on in the cafe? So it's Takeout Fridays. So we've got more on today. So we're slowly increasing our options on takeout. So we've got a new burger, which is this like loaded jackfruit burger, which is insane. Wow. It's really good, barbecue jackfruit. We've got a really immune boosting salad, which is actually like freshly made from the chef Ian. He's done an amazing job doing kimchi, which is, so it's a salad served, it's tempeh, kimchi with loads of vegetables on fresh leaves. And that's really good for anyone that wants to boost immunity. And then we've got the fish and chip Friday, which everyone loves. So it's all gluten-free as well, the batter, so you can have that if you're gluten-free.
Delicious.
So just make sure it'll be soon. So at 12 o'clock, you can order, make sure you order like for half an hour to pick up collection. And yeah, so all day takeaway until 6 p.m. tonight. And then we have got last slots for tomorrow. If you want to order your one box, make sure you get your order in on our online store. So you can just go on the website and shop online. It's really easy now. And we've put loads of add-ons. So we've done like tempeh and coffee and hot chocolate wine.
Fantastic.
So that's good. And
Beautiful.
then, is there anything else I need to say? What else are we doing? We've got more classes coming. Well, the main thing actually that I really want to say before we go off, and I've put the link, I can't believe I've not mentioned this just now. It's our final week for fundraising for the NHS. So if you guys did the class today, or you've just joined on, even if you have like £1 that you can give us, we are basically this week and next week, we're making 1,000, up from 1,000 to 2,000 meals for the NHS. We're going to go out to hospitals, working with the hospital to distribute, to make sure all the frontline workers are getting healthy meals. So if you want to be a part of that campaign, you'll see myself as April, I've just tagged the link in for the Just Giving crowdfunding site. So I'd be so grateful if you could just go on and give whatever you can. And we'll be starting to make them next week.
Well done,
well. And the team have done, the team are volunteering the time. So all the team down there are going to be volunteering and getting this stuff out there, which is amazing. They're doing such a good job.
So yeah, I might see you down the cafe soon. Remember, we are open as a greengrocers as well, and we're doing all takeout coffee, smoothies, cheer pots, all that stuff as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well done.
Is there any questions before we tune out? I'll just have a little look. Hold on.
I'll say bye-bye. Bye.
Oh, yes.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye, everybody.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks, Grace. Thanks, Carolina. Thank you, Lucy. Oh, lovely. I'm so glad you enjoyed it today. And I'll be back on Monday. We've got a class 10 a.m. Monday, Vinyasa Flow. Wednesday, we've got fitness classes now. That's going to be weekly. And Fridays, restorative yoga. So have an amazing day, guys. Lots of love. All right. Bye-bye.